Hello everyone, welcome back to the Collective Corner as we go over the River of Light, an ultra rare rec card that you can easily get within Warzone. And when I say easily, I mean hope to God that when you open one of the packs, it's actually there. But there's a lot of lore behind the River of Light, and that's what we're going to go over today. And then I'm going to be giving my personal thoughts and whatnot after I get the basic lore out of the way. Forerunner weapons are built atom by atom in nanofabrication forges of unsurpassed fidelity, following instructions spun into design seeds by skilled pattern weavers assisted by various ancilla. Had their creators wished it, every example of their craft could be perfectly identical, down to the smallest detail on fractal core. Such perfection and symmetry of effort appealed to the Forerunners responsible for designing artifacts and edifices that wrap the Ecumen in layers of miraculous machinery that reshaped the galaxy to their whims. But repetition at such a vast scale held no appeal for the warrior servants, those who dedicated their minds, bodies, and lives to the defense of the Forerunner people and its vast realm. When possible, the warrior servants preferred to design and build their own unique panoply in cooperation with their war-sworn brothers and sisters, crafting arms and armor as beautiful and inspiring as any sculpture or painting. The highest order of warrior servants, the Prometheans, were particularly renowned for the quality of their master-crafted equipment and the deadly genius of their pattern weavers. However, the desperate war against the Flood allowed for no beauty, no elegance, only the music produced by lances of crystallized light and the brilliance of burning mountains of corrupted flesh. No songs were sung by these warrior servants of bravery, of victory, or of hopes for a tomorrow. There was no tactical finesse to be wielded against the infection, no favor or promise that could turn the Gravemind from its purpose, no stratagem that could withstand its cold calculations. As millions of dead Forerunner warriors turned into billions, then trillions, the wicked and graceful weapons and armors of the old Forerunner guardians were grounded to dirt, crushed underfoot, and then erased from all memory with the unraveling of the domain. All that followed were sterile, efficient instruments of death without any beauty. In the desperate fight against the Flood, there is only time for survival and duty, never art. Against the chilling sterility of unremembered assemblies, however, beacons of exquisite exception were still to be found. The River of Light is one such example, having returned to history after being unearthed in a Promethean cache in a ground factory that had once spun impossible miracles of exotic matter. Its forges had lain cold and abandoned for 100,000 years before the Warden Eternal returned the writs of control, dominance, and resurgence. One of the first incineration cannons ever made, the river's core had been built and refined over decades by an unknown Promethean who served with distinction and honor in dozens of containment operations. The cannon's harmonious energies burned uncounted fetid burrows to ash and toppled grand spore towers dedicated to the parasite. In the dead hands of a knight, the River of the Light's true potential could never be unlocked, but the artifact's heart knows its name and purpose and hungers to be remembered once more by warriors whose heart pump with life and limbs to move with purpose and intent. Now, with all that being said, it kind of sounds like that the River of Light is somewhat sentient. There's no actual inclination that it is, but with the way that they made it sound like, it does in fact seem as if it has an AI, an ancilla, or possibly some kind of digital soul. But be warned, that's not exactly explained. This is just what I'm taking from this. Another thought to take from this is that they really do take beautification seriously. As it was mentioned within here, the nanofabrication forges worked to make things look beautiful. Their vehicles, their buildings, even their armor and weaponry. But because of the Flood War that later hit them, they needed to pump out weapons as quickly as they could because otherwise they wouldn't survive, in which even though they did as much as they could, got as many weapons out as fast as that they could, it just wasn't good enough. So next time you get to go out there and fly a Promethean Phaeton, or hold a light rifle, or a binary rifle, or even a bolt shot, take time to know that that weapon would have at one point had designs, had a beauty that surpasses anything that we may have possibly seen within the Halo universe thus far. These weapons that we're using at this point in time are probably the outcome of the supply demand during the Flood War. So we are past the point in time in where we were allowed to see the beautification. Hopefully one day everybody gets to get a ultra rare Promethean weapon or a legendary Promethean weapon so that you can actually use it inside a Warzone match and see the beauty for what it should have been, or what it could be once more. Especially with the way that the Halo universe is going right now, we might see some crazy new beautiful weapons. That's all I have this time, guys. I really enjoy making these videos, and I'll be sure to keep pumping them out as long as you guys, the viewers, enjoy it, because I know I enjoy it, and I want to be sure that you guys are seeing something that you enjoy as well. But thanks again for joining us. Please be sure to subscribe to stay up to date for news on anything and everything Halo. And poof!